In this video, I want to share 5 simple but incredibly powerful morning habits that can help turn your kidney health around in as little as 5 days. One of them is a super easy antioxidant tea recipe you can make with ingredients you probably already have at home. And before we begin, I want you to hold on to this truth: it's never too late. With just a few small, consistent steps, your mornings can become the start of real, lasting change. And yes, you can start noticing results in just 5 days. I know 5 days sounds impossible, right? But let me tell you about Pamela, someone just like you, who shared her journey with us. Her story gave me chills. She wrote, "Never thought I'd be writing this, but here I am. My GFR is back to 80. Isn't that incredible? Congratulations, Pamela." And here's how she did it. She didn't try to overhaul her life in one big leap. She simply made one small change at a time, swapping chips for fruit, choosing quinoa over white rice, cutting out soda, and adding a simple antioxidant tea she now loves. She started taking acacia fiber before meals, and added short walks after eating. Some days weren't perfect. She slipped up. But she kept going. And that's what made the difference. And guess what? Today, Pamela's GFR is at 85. That's not just a number, that's hope. So if you're feeling stuck, tired, or even hopeless, let Pamela's story remind you, the secret isn't perfection, it's consistency. It's not about climbing a mountain today. It's about taking one step, then another, until one day you look back and realize how far you've come. If Pamela's story gave you even the tiniest spark of hope, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so we can keep walking this journey together. Alright, now that we're inspired, let's dive into the very first morning ritual. Day 1, Antioxidant Recipe. So, let's kick this off with something inspired by Pamela's story, her antioxidant tea. You already know how much I love antioxidants, and today I want to give you my own go-to recipe. It's simple, it's delicious, and best of all, it's made with ingredients you probably already have in your kitchen. Here's how you make it. Bring 2 cups of water to a boil, then add a small piece of fresh ginger, a few cloves, and a stick of cinnamon. Now, this may look like a handful of random spices, but trust me, you're not making potpourri. What you're really doing is creating a powerful antioxidant blend. The ginger brings gingerol, the cloves bring eugenol, and the cinnamon adds cinnamaldehyde. And here's the magic: when these compounds come together, they don't just add to each other, they multiply. That means you get a level of protection for your kidneys far stronger than any single ingredient could give you. And you need that protection. Most people with CKD have dangerously low antioxidant levels, which leaves their kidneys exposed to constant free radical damage. That cycle stops here. Antioxidants are not optional, they're your kidney's personal bodyguards. No matter your stage, no matter the cause, boosting antioxidants can tip the scales back in your favor. Next, we take it up a notch with turmeric and just a pinch of black pepper. Why? Because the black pepper unlocks the curcumin in turmeric, making it far more absorbable. Finally, we finish with fresh lemon juice. That squeeze of vitamin C doesn't just brighten the flavor, it strengthens the tea itself by protecting all those powerful compounds while they're brewing. So there you have it. A tea that's not just soothing but healing, layer upon layer of kidney defense in every sip. Now, Pamela showed us that small, consistent steps can lead to big wins. Day 2, Healthy Weight and Blood Sugar. Alright, let's move on to day 2. Today's habit is beautifully simple: just go for a walk. Now, before you roll your eyes and think, "I've heard this 1,000 times already," hear me out. walking isn't just about burning a few calories. It's gentle on your joints, accessible to almost everyone, and when done the right way, it can become a secret weapon for your kidneys. Here's the part that most people don't realize: walking at the right time can do wonders for blood sugar control. And yes, this is especially important if you're managing diabetes. See, fasting blood sugar is usually easy enough to handle with medication, but keeping blood sugar stable after meals? That's where things get tricky. So here's the hack I share with my patients: right after you eat, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, go for a short, easy 10 to 15 minute walk. That's it. Nothing strenuous. Just moving your body gently after a meal helps shuttle the sugar from your bloodstream into your muscles, lowering those blood sugar spikes dramatically. And this isn't just me talking. Studies show that people who walked right after meals had much better glucose control compared to those who walked at random times of the day. In fact, walking after meals has also been linked to lower blood pressure. 2 wins in 1 for kidney health. So yes, science basically confirmed what your grandma might have told you years ago: don't just sit down after eating, go take a walk. Simple advice, backed by powerful results. If you want to make this habit fun, think of it as giving your body a little after-meal reset. Or picture it this way: instead of a treadmill next to the fridge, though that's a funny image, just lace up your shoes, step outside, and let your walk be the medicine. Day 3. Timing your supplements. Alright, day 3. Today's habit isn't about when you walk, it's about when you take your supplements. Let's talk specifically about Renalp Fiber, my kidney support fiber blend. Now, I know a lot of you are already fans, so much so that it's sold out twice. Honestly, at this point I half joke about needing warehouse security. One day I wouldn't be shocked to see bottles of Renalp Fiber selling online next to rare sneakers. But in all seriousness, I couldn't be happier that so many of you love it, not because of the buzz, but because it's genuinely helping people. This formula was designed to support gut health, lower inflammation, and reduce the toxic burden on your kidneys. And it works. Here's the part most people don't know: timing matters. If you want the full kidney protecting benefit of acacia fiber, the best time to take it is on an empty stomach, about 1 to 2 hours away from meals and medications. Why? Because here's how it works: the fiber ferments in your gut, and for that fermentation to happen, your gut bacteria need urea. And what's one of the main toxins we're trying to clear from the body? Exactly, urea. By taking fiber on an empty stomach, you're basically nudging your gut bacteria to pull urea directly from your blood. That's how we lighten the load on your kidneys. But if you take fiber with a protein-heavy meal, the bacteria get distracted. They'll use the fresh dietary nitrogen instead of recycling urea. Think of it like this: you're inviting your gut bacteria to a buffet. If there's steak on the table, they're not going to go digging for yesterday's leftovers. So here's my advice: make it simple. First thing in the morning, before breakfast, drink a glass of water with your acacia fiber. Or, if mornings aren't your thing, just make sure it's at least an hour or 2 away from food or meds. That way, you avoid interactions and make the fiber work at its best. And if you've been taking it with meals, don't panic. It still helps, especially since you shouldn't be eating high-protein meals anyway. But if you want to maximize the effect, empty stomach is the way to go. Small tweak, big payoff. Day 4, tracking your data. Okay, day 4 is where things really shift. This is the moment you stop being a passenger in your health journey and take the wheel. From today on, you're not just managing your health, you're leading it. And the tool we're using? Something beautifully simple, but incredibly powerful, a journal. Now, before you picture Dear Diary entries, let me stop you. This isn't about writing poetry or pouring your heart out, though hey, you could if you wanted. This journal is your battle plan. Your secret weapon. It's how you stop guessing and start knowing. Here's what I mean. Write down your blood pressure, your blood sugar, what you ate, how you felt, the days you had energy, and the days you didn't. Over time, those notes reveal patterns, and those patterns are gold. That's how you discover what's working for your kidneys and what's quietly holding you back. Think of it like being a health detective. Every entry is a clue. Together, they form your evidence file, the proof that helps you make smart choices. And on the hard days, when you feel like giving up, your journal is there to remind you just how far you've come. And here's the bonus: when you show up at your doctor's appointment, you're not just saying, "I think I feel better." You're handing over a detailed report, real data, real progress, real wins. That changes the whole conversation. You can do this with a pen and notebook, or if you prefer digital, I've created a simple spreadsheet you can use, linked below. The method doesn't matter. What matters is that you start. Because once you do, you'll see something powerful. You're not just tracking numbers, you're tracking change. And tomorrow, day 5, will take this one step further with the single most effective habit of all. Day 5, get an app. Here we are, day 5. And this one's simple but life-changing. Download a free calorie and nutrition tracking app. Why? Because all the detective work we talked about yesterday, your journal, your data, this little tool automates so much of it. It keeps track of the numbers that matter most, especially the one thing that can put the most stress on your kidneys: protein. If you don't know exactly how much protein you're eating, it's like flying blind through a storm. With kidney disease, that's not bravery, it's unnecessary risk. These apps do the hard math for you. Protein, sodium, calories, they're your pocket calculator. There are tons out there, and honestly, I don't care which one you pick. Just make sure it's free, because you do not need to spend money on this. Now, I know what you're probably thinking: weighing and logging every meal sounds like torture. And yes, it does feel tedious at first. But here's the truth: after a few weeks, it gets so much easier. You'll memorize your go-to meals, you'll know your numbers by heart, and tracking will feel as natural as brushing your teeth or silently judging what's in someone else's grocery cart. We all do it. Here's the bottom line: dialysis is tedious. Tracking your food is a whole lot less tedious. And it's one of the most powerful tools you have to protect your kidneys. So let's tie this whole journey together. Pamela's story, these 5 habits, everything we've shared, it all comes back to this: stop guessing, start tracking, and step into the driver's seat of your health. Track your food. Track your protein. Track your wins. One small step at a time, you're giving your kidneys a fighting chance. Thank you so much for being here with me this week. God bless you, it's a game changer. I'll see you there.